Hi everybody, Dan Bobay here, Precinct 16 Chair, Miller Grove for Hopkins County Republican Party. I'm also the Communications Director. You know, I haven't made a video in a little while because the election and the inauguration was a couple of days ago, and I thought I'd just let things settle out just a little bit before I got back into it. Now, I have collected a bunch of memes over the last couple of days, and I want to go over those, show you those, and talk to those a little bit. But it seems that the media hasn't really settled down much on anything. They want you to accept everything. We have immigrants here. We should just let them, leave them alone. Okay, well, our immigration laws are terrible. So we need to encourage our Congress and our Senate to get some immigration laws passed that are good. Now, what I noticed is that when we went down to San Antonio with the Republican Party, we established a bunch of prerequisites, if you will, for the Republicans. We took those to Madison with us, and again, a lot of those were put down as guidelines for President Trump and Republican Party people. And so they need to follow that, and we need to make sure they follow that. And if they don't follow that, we need to get them out of there. That is our power. They work for us. I was a longtime school board member. The one thing I told superintendents is, you work for us. We don't like what you're doing. If you lie to us, if you give us false information, we get bad information, we're going to come to you, and we may let you go. So, had to school a few of them like that. Not too many, but just enough. They got it. So the politicians work for us. We don't like what they're doing. We need to toe the mark and stand our ground and insist that they follow what we've set down in paper for them to do. So far, President Trump has been awesome in knocking off all of those things. So he's going down the list. He's doing what he's doing. We need to support him. And when the media does stupid things like they did with Elon Musk, when he did this to the crowd, he was giving his heart to the crowd. Had they left the audio on, you would have heard that. I give my heart to the crowd. They cut the audio. So it looks like he's given some kind of an inappropriate salute. Well, they all do that. We all do that. I'm at a parade. I'm waving at people. That's, they freeze frame that. It looks like, an inappropriate salute. So we need to stop the rhetoric. We need to stop watching mainstream media. They want to do that kind of stuff. We need to complain. And we need to complain loud. I hate to do it because that's the tools of the left. The left is way out there still. Common sense government doesn't seem to make sense to them. We need to drive it home. So enough of that. Anyway, let's get on with the video, and I hope you enjoy it. Thanks a lot. I'll see you at the end, and I'll be talking all the way through it. So anyway, but not from my shop. This is my shop. So welcome to the shop, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. All right, diving right in. We have to say thank you to our Facebook people. We have 55 new followers in the last 90 days, 500 posts, and 5,366 reactions. So thank you very much for checking in, being part of the Hopkins County Republican Party Facebook page, liking and sharing what we have to offer here. We appreciate it, really do. We had the inauguration party at the stadium at Burgerland, and that worked out really good. I was not able to go because I was glued to the TV watching the inauguration all day. Anyway, and I had a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I got home just as he was being sworn in. It was a pretty close call. We do have some stuff coming up. The Federation of Republican Women are presenting the ABCs of Leadership, Region 5. So you get a general session, breakout sessions, light breakfast, catered lunch. That's on March 8th. Breakfast begins at 8:30, and the program begins at 9. That's in Mineola. So look for that. It's been posted in Facebook a couple of times, but you can register. There is a QR code associated with this listing too. If you want to grab your phone and take a picture of that, it'll take you right where you need to go to register. Should be interesting. It's always fun. Jill Dutton on January 28th at 11:30 to 1 at the Oaks Bed and Breakfast is having a little meeting, a lunch and learn, and she is our former state representative, and we appreciate her, so be sure to go to that. She's the Hopkins County Chamber of Commerce, so 516 Oak Avenue. So be there or be square. Okay, so this is the most recent thing that's gone on with Elon Musk supposedly offering a Nazi salute. What do we see here? We see AOC at the top. We see Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, and a number of crazy liberal people that are also doing the same thing. Taken out of context, that's what this looks like, as was Elon Musk's, who was giving his heart to the crowd. Had they left the audio on, would have been a different story. But, our liberal media is really out of control. So be sure to stop watching it. Michael Byrd murdered Ashley Babbitt on January 6, 2021. This needs to be posted until this person is arrested and stands trial. She did not deserve to be killed. She was a veteran. She was there, like many people, kind of caught up in the crowd, to the front of the line, unfortunately, in the line of fire of this guy. So Ashley Babbitt needs to be avenged. I hope that happens. Remember that time you spent $1 billion on a rigged election and Trump still destroyed you? That was awesome! It was. It really was. Yeah. Here's President Trump signing a plethora of executive actions. I'm not sure where this is. I don't know if this is the Oval Office. I don't think it is the Oval Office. I believe it was part of one of the inauguration events. But thank God for him. Here we have a new map of the Gulf of America, which I believe is appropriate. There's a lot of Texans that want to be called the Gulf of Texas. However, it borders like 5 states of America. So even Mexico is in Central America. The Yucatan is Central America. The Gulf of America. That's what it should be called. It makes sense. Let's call it that. Here's our president and the first lady looking awesome at the inauguration. That's pretty good. Kamala Harris's greatest accomplishment as vice president was certifying Donald Trump as the next president. Yes, it was. Happy Liberation Day. Yep. Amen to that. I like this image. This is a good one. I wish I had that flintlock, but I'm trying to read what it says on there. I don't know. Anybody know what it says up there? Please post it in the comments. Usha. She is of Indian descent. She is our second lady, our vice president's wife, and her two kids. Now, her two kids, really, one of them stole the show. Check this out. What kid wouldn't do that? I could see myself doing that as a kid. It's pretty boring going to some of these things if you aren't part of it. And so J.D. Vance's son, he kind of took a nap amongst some really important people. There he is again. Steals the show at the inaugural parade. Well, fortunately there were some bands that went by there and woke him up. What a cute kid, though. Jeez. Work ethic is back to the White House on day one. So, I'm trying to look. So, retruth that. Yeah. It's good to have him back. Yeah, here we have Joe Biden going to the train station. Yep. Yeah, that's a good one. Oh, I love trains. My neighbor asked me to give him one good reason to vote Republican. I gave him 12. I like that one of Biden up there. Yeah, that's interesting. I guess it's over there. I don't know. Where is it? Over there. Over there. Crazy. President Biden preemptively pardons General Milley, Anthony Fauci, and January 6th committee members. And then 15 minutes before the inauguration, he pardons the rest of his family. Why? Trump withdraws the U.S. from the World Health Organization. Among other things, he's withdrawn us from a number of things. Darn alarms. Anyway, yeah, there must have been another withdrawal right there. Head of the crime family warns about dangers of corruption. Yeah, I thought that was really really interesting that that he would warn us about something that we've been experiencing for 4 years. See all these people. Let's see. I think the story behind this meme is that these people all had security clearances or were in positions of power. Anyway, they are no longer in position of power or have security clearances. Yeah. Watch Biden and Harris refuse to clap as Trump explains how he's going to fix their mess. And they should sit there like this. This is embarrassing. It wasn't you can imagine living in America and listening to people in other countries saying the same thing, going on and on about how weak America has become, how fragile our president is, and how you can't even talk to the guy. So, yeah, they got a beating at the inauguration, and it was well-deserved. Here we have our president at his inauguration, being sworn in. Barron Trump, what a monster that guy is. He's an interesting personality. It'll be interesting to get to know him over the years. I can't say I liked Melania's hat. I don't know. Anyway, and J.D. Vance and his wife Usha and his kids. So cute and so talented. This is going to be a great administration. Dems are mad at Trump today for abusing his pardon power, his presidential pardon sentence commutations. Carter did 566. Reagan did 406. H.W. Bush did 77. Bill Clinton did 459. George W. Bush did 200. Obama did 1,927. Trump did 237. And Biden did 8,064. Please, by all means, educate me on abuse of power. Here's a good one. America's back. Yes, it is. And that's a picture of Texas, as we had snow. It's cold because it's hot. Oh, Greta Thunberg. I hope we have heard the end of her. She needs to go do something else with her life. It's just unreal that we even listen to this child. Unreal. Sunrise Monday morning. For those of you who are ignorant, that's Trump's head coming up over the horizon. Innocent people do not need pardons. Well, go figure. So true. If you need a preemptive pardon, you might be a criminal. Ready or not, here he comes. Well, oh. Yeah. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. He's here. Yep. Better go hide. This is the executive grant of clemency issued by Joe Biden to his family, James Biden. To all whom these presents shall come greeting. Be it known that this day I, Joseph R. Biden, Jr., President of the United States, pursuant to my powers under Article 2, Section 2, Clause 1 of the Constitution, have granted unto James B. Biden, Sarah Jones Biden, Valerie Biden Owens, John T. Owens, Francis W. Biden, a full and unconditional pardon for any nonviolent offenses against the United States which they may have committed or taken part in during the period from January 1st, 2014 through the date of this pardon, in testimony whereof I have hereunto signed my name and caused the seal of the Department of Justice to be affixed. It's the Department of Injustice if this is going to stick. I understand that there have been a number of challenges to this, and perhaps actually one judge has actually said this is unconstitutional because they have not been convicted of a crime or even charged with a crime. So, regarding Fauci, if the shot was safe and effective, why does Fauci need a pardon? Well, first of all, the shot wasn't safe. We have too many young people dying of heart attacks on the basketball court. Too many other issues. I myself had blood clot in my leg after I took the shot. I won't be taking another one, I can tell you that. So, there are other people who had problems as well, and it's awful. Even Biden, the most vaccinated person on earth, had COVID, 3 times? Give me a break. That vaccine was a joke. Okay. Innocent people do not need to require a preemptive pardon. You know, I could read the rest of this, but we've seen it all. We know it all. The American people are not going to stand for this. It's just not right. And we can ostracize these people to the point where they'll want to leave the United States. You don't have to say hi to them. You don't have to acknowledge them. You don't need to help them either. They need to be totally and unequivocally on their own. Guess what day it is? That's right. It's Trump Day. That's pretty cool. Glad they left the flag in there. This was awful. And I saw him at the convention in Milwaukee. It was 2 days, a day after this picture was taken. He was still in shock when he went on that stage. He didn't talk, but you could see it in his eyes. He was replaying that whole situation over and over in his head again. It really made him into one of us. It made us realize that he's human. It was not a good look on our president. Gavin Newsom, lizard man from California. I had enough of him. That's why I live in Texas and not California. I noticed today I was watching YouTube, President Trump is in North Carolina. There are 126,000 homes still destroyed. 104 confirmed deaths. There's actually more than that. And $60 billion in damages in western North Carolina and Kentucky. Let's not forget about Kentucky. So, now what Trump is proposing, I believe, as of today, is that FEMA is going to be history because they only tend to muck up the works. And what really needs to be done is that the states need to handle this, and they need to request support from the federal government in order to rebuild. That would be a lot more efficient, and it would bring the care that they receive home to the local cities and towns that are directly affected, and it would be by the people that live in those states that live nearby that would be helping them. That is a brilliant idea, and I totally support it at this point. California Governor Newsom makes $50 million deal with Democratic lawmakers to fight Trump deportations. The situation in California is such that the legislature is controlled by the Democrats. So everything that happens in California is the fault of Gavin Newsom and the legislature in California. So what's the deal here? Vote them out. Get them out of office. Put in some people who actually care about California. And yeah, it's sad. Kamala Harris delivers word salad telling wildfire victims to find anything that helps them be patient. Yeah, that's probably really the only thing she could do, because she really didn't have the support of Joe Biden to help her look like she knew what she was doing. But he wasn't in charge. Question is, who was? It wasn't her, and it wasn't him. So who was in charge? When you catch up with the dude who's been running his mouth about you, that's absolutely true. That's Kamala's husband right there, sitting in front. He said a lot of bad things about Trump. It's one thing to be a candidate and say something bad about the other candidate. We kind of all expect that as candidates. But this guy had really only a platform. He was nothing to her campaign. Actually, he hurt her campaign. So, this guy, Mark Zuckerberg, he colluded with the FBI to suppress and make Hunter Biden's laptop story disappear, conspired with Fauci to restrict and shape narrative around COVID and the efficiency of the vaccine and the mask. And, I believe that he was trying to do public service with that. He also funneled $419 million through left-wing progressive groups to influence the 2020 vote in the swing states. That wasn't nice, but it's his money. He can throw it away any way he wants, I suppose. I'm glad to see that he has seen the light, come around, and he also exposes the fact that the Biden administration was harassing his company, his people, and he's a young guy. I'm not surprised that he didn't know what to do about that, and he didn't want them climbing up his butt with a microscope either. So, I don't know. It wasn't right. There's a lot of things. Hopefully he's on the right track. He's talking to Trump. He's getting straightened out with Elon Musk and a few other people that are advising Trump. So there's hope for Mark Zuckerberg. I appreciate it because I do a lot of stuff on Facebook that was censored. So that wasn't cool. Didn't appreciate it. Don't like it. Welcome to America. Guess my handicap. Speech, memory, walking, riding a bike, counting, dressing yourself, wiping your own butt should be one of them. So here's what's coming to America. Hepatitis, polio, MS-13, 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 cholera, typhoid fever, HIV, a pimp, a cholera, a thief, smallpox, tuberculosis, polio, MS-13, a rapist, HIV, a murderer, child prostitute, a pimp, scabies, HIV, polio, and a murderer. Thanks to Democrats. Yeah, well, now they're going back wherever it is they came from, even Haiti. Gavin Newsom says, I just don't understand. And he says, you rejected a water restoration plan to save a smelt fish. What don't you understand? You did this. Yeah. That's a great graphic right there. Be careful what you wish for. And, oh, by the way, Trump is headed to California. He should be flying there right at as I'm making this video. He's on his way there, so that should be interesting. So, the sign up above says, keep God out of California. And God is roasting marshmallows on the Hollywood sign. Be careful what you wish for. That's true at all times. Be careful what you wish for. I wanted my son to have good hearing, so I told God, you can take mine and give it to him. I got to say that happened because his hearing was restored, and I'm wearing hearing aids now. So, yes, be careful what you wish for. I'd do it all over again, by the way. I kind of like my son. If you were placed in a Facebook jail due to fact checkers, you might be entitled to compensation. Geez, I wish that was true. I've been in Facebook jail a couple of times. Not only on my own site, but this one too. Guy who said Facebook was not superseding free speech announces Facebook will stop suppressing free speech. Ooh, where are we at? Please note, pedophilia is not a sexual preference. Bugs are not food. mRNA injections are not vaccines. Men are not women. Climate change is not a threat. And government is not your friend. Well, yeah. If you have health insurance, I'm asking you to pay for those who don't. This is Bernie Sanders talking. If you're native born, I'm asking you to pay for the undocumented. If you can afford an education, I'm asking you to pay for those who can't. The only way we defeat Trump is with communism. So saltwater doesn't work to put out fires? Yeah, I was confused about that. You know what? I know they have fireboats down in Los Angeles, especially near the ocean, especially in the harbor. And those fireboats can pump water for miles. All you need is to lay out the hoses to the fireboats. They could have charged almost all of that entire system with water and then some. So yeah, they could have pumped right out of the ocean. Oh, here, this is the view of my living room while I was watching the inauguration. Now, I watched the inauguration. I gotta admit, this was my view from 8 o'clock in the morning until probably about midnight, watching all the things that were going on with the inauguration. I believe that's a sickness. It's probably something that I should have looked at. But you know what? I was fascinated by the whole thing. And I also felt a little responsible for taking some small, minuscule part in not only the Texas work, but that in Madison as well. And a little close up of the TV. This is a local board of the Republican women of Hopkins County. They're swearing in, which was done a week or two ago, to have our new officers in place for the Republican women of Hopkins County. So congratulations, ladies. I know you'll do a wonderful job. Hi, everybody. Dan Bobay here, Precinct 16.
Oh, and here we are at the end of this video. So, well, thank you all for watching. I appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. Also, if you can, share this video with your friends. And we'll see you next time. I don't know when that'll be. Depends on what's going on. I know Texas legislature is doing a bunch of wild things, so I've got to get some information on that, and I'll put some videos together on what's going on down in Texas. So y'all take care. Thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching. Please follow us on Facebook. And don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. And we'll see you next time. Thanks again.